population in the men-to-men sexual intercourse. However, rarely, but it has been seen.
Oh, I hate it when they do that though, because then they be so quick to just blame the gay men on every little thing. And it's just like, I mean, whatever. I get it. I don't get it though, because I always wonder how come it's. Drop a comment. Help me understand that.
But more rarely is it transmitted from female to male or male to female. This is more in the gay population that we're seeing this in a specifically.
All right. All my gay males, listen, this is important information, man. He's saying that this ringworm disease is more popular within the gay male community. So this is what you guys got to pay attention to, all right?
Is it transmitted from female to male or male to female? This is more in the gay population that we're seeing this in a specifically a men-to-men contact.
It's almost scary, like back in the AIDS days where we couldn't figure out where it was coming from, but we knew it was from male to male contact. And
that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. And the reason why this is important is because
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to say that, but he said that. So let me listen to what they about to say.
The treatment is actually different than other fungal infections and other.
What up, YouTube? You clicked the title, you read the page, so I'm going to just get to the point. Apparently, there's this really serious disease, new sexually transmitted disease, right, that you can get on your foot. That's what I said. Like, that makes you not want to kiss nobody, hug nobody, love nobody, trust nobody, nothing. Like, so that's why we about to get into this video so we can understand this new sexually transmitted disease that you could get on your leg. It's like a ringworm. And listen, I don't even know, man. Shout out to Fox 26 Houston. Let's get to it. Subscribe for the vibe. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling great. Let's get it.
Factor Uncensored, a very rare sexually transmitted STD has made its way to the United States. A man developed a fungal infection that is sexually transmitted in the form of ringworm. My next guest has more details on the case.
And Dr. Ali joins us here on the Factor Uncensored to talk about this new STD. Or is it new, Dr. Ali?
And why is it in New York? Like, why gotta be the first case gotta be in New York?
That we have identified in a man in New York City.
Isaiah, it's actually been around for many years. This sexually transmitted disease actually started in India many years.
Wow. So, okay, so it originated in India and then it got the first case in New York. You know, New York is like the melting pot. They say America is like the whole. No, I think it's really New York. Like, New York got a whole bunch of all different type of cultures and all different type of ethnicities, all different type of shit.
Years ago, back in the 1990s, and then recently has emerged in the European countries. And then most recently, we got one of our first cases here in New York City. This was actually a gentleman who had traveled from Europe.
Yep, taking my ass back to Jersey. Sorry, Brooklyn. Gotta go.
And was staying in New York City that infected another gentleman. And that's how we have had the most recent cases of this sexually transmitted fungal infection.
Now, what exactly is this STD?
Yeah, Isaiah, this is a ringworm. It's a different form of a fungal infection. Oftentimes, sexually transmitted diseases are bacterial infections, and that's what we commonly see. However, recently, this fungal infection is what's emerged, and what we're discovering is that the transmission of this is a sexually transmitted disease, meaning that this goes from person to person, and that's how it's infected. And we have seen this, especially in this case, in the European cases, that there's a significantly higher case of this infection in the gay population, in the men-to-men sexual intercourse. However, rarely, but it has been seen.
Oh, I hate it when they do that though, because then they be so quick to just blame the gay men on every little thing. And it's just like, I mean, whatever. I get it. I don't get it though, because I always wonder how come it's. Drop a comment. Help me understand that.
But more rarely is it transmitted from female to male or male to female. This is more in the gay population that we're seeing this in a specifically.
All right. All my gay males, listen, this is important information, man. He's saying that this ringworm disease is more popular within the gay male community. So this is what you guys got to pay attention to, all right?
Is it transmitted from female to male or male to female? This is more in the gay population that we're seeing this specifically a men to men contact.
It's almost scary, like back in the AIDS days where we couldn't figure out where it was coming from, but we knew it was from male to male contact. And
that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. And the reason why this is important is because
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to say that, but he said that, so let me listen to what they about to say.
the treatment is actually different than other fungal infections and other bacterial infections. So that's why if you have any symptoms, if you have any new rashes that have developed, especially around the perianal area, around your penis or genital area, it's very important to get that checked out because there are blood tests for this that can be done. And so that's why it's so important to get assessed, because this may not be a bacterial infection. It may be a fungal infection and needs to be treated different, not with antibacterials, but instead with antifungal medications.
But different from the AIDS that we all once knew about, and not deadly though, right? What's the end result here? If you
I'd say
what happens?
Most of these cases are treated and resolved. However, it does take months for these symptoms to resolve, and that's why the folks are being encouraged to stay away and be careful if they do have that rash to not spread it.
Yo, I always wonder how come most of these diseases, like they said, it goes back to like the gay male community. Like my gay men, y'all gotta be more careful. Like for real. And I love y'all. Y'all gotta be careful. Okay? Like it's some serious shit going on. I don't know if it's them trying to put it on y'all or they giving y'all, I don't know. But whatever it is, y'all gotta be careful. All right? I know y'all feel like y'all strong men and no, nobody can hurt us. No, okay? Somebody trying to hurt y'all or something. So be more careful
to other people and get treatment early on. The earlier that the folks get treated with the appropriate medications, the earlier the symptoms resolve and the lesser chance there are of spreading this fungal infection to other folks.
And you really hate to point the finger in a situation like this, but what we realized, and the guy admitted in New York City, was he said he went from country to country, and in those countries he had sex with different individuals, and then came back and had the current case of STD, the fungal STD that he has. So sex tourism, if you want to call it that, can be dangerous.
Why on earth would you even go to another country and smash somebody? I'm sorry. That's where I draw the line. Like, another country? Nah, I'm not. No. First of all, I don't know. No. Okay, I don't know about other doctors in other places, but I believe America have the best doctors. So I refuse to even do anything reckless like that out the country. Now I need some emergency something. I can't even get some emergency something. I got to fly back. By that time, the shit done spread it in. Ooh, child. I'm not touching nobody. Everybody stay away from me. Y'all all dirty.
100%, Isaiah. You're not sure what sorts of infections or sexually transmitted diseases maybe that person may be carrying. So yeah, it is very important, especially if this is somebody who you've never been with, or this is your first interaction with them from a sexual standpoint. You may want to be extra cautious, and be very careful of that, because you're right. I mean, especially folks that have been traveling from overseas, other countries, these sorts of things that may not be as prevalent in the United States are prevalent overseas, and those they may be bringing that over. And so be very cautious and careful of that.
Absolutely. Now, for those who, and I think this right now is the only case in the United States, right, Dr. Ali?
Yes, that is correct. And since then, there have been more cases, but they're all localized still to the New York area. And we have not heard of it spreading throughout the country so far. But I do want to caution folks and make them aware, especially if they're having any sort of rash, nausea, vomiting, fever, chills, those sorts of symptomatic issues, to get checked out, get treated appropriately, and get the appropriate blood work. Isaiah, we've talked about this stigma, maybe it'll just go away. Maybe it's just, something else. get it tested, get it looked at, talk to your doctor about it, because otherwise it may linger around a lot longer. It may spread to other folks that, especially your loved ones.
And now that's just selfish, okay? If you know you got the itchies down there or the itchies somewhere around, you need to get yourself fixed out and check. I said fixed out. Yeah, you need to get yourself a new body. But since you can't do that, check on yourself so you don't go spreading it all around New York City.
And you just really want to be careful if you're having any of these symptoms.
Welcome back.
Man, listen, man, be careful. Take showers, get checked up on, get your checkups. If you out there having reckless, then I suggest you get checked up maybe 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 times a day. I'm just saying, you should not be moving reckless like that.